Hey guys, Ron Callis here with One Firefly. I am in New York City. I am actually pulled up in a hotel lobby here in the Upper West Side, and I'm real excited to bring to you guys, my audience, a really fun conversation. I'm here with Ken Vanaman. We call him Kenny V, or maybe I call him Kenny V, and he is one of the top salespeople for Crestron in the world, and Ken has been a longtime senior member of the Crestron team through the Sapphire Marketing rep firm. And I was in New York, and I called up Ken. I said, Ken, hey, are you willing to share with my audience some of the latest goings-on with Crestron? And there's a lot happening, so here's Ken. I'm just going to show you. He's over here. Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Everybody. Good to see you again. Awesome.
So, Ken, do you mind sharing with my audience kind of a little bit of what's going on with Crestron? You guys are moving and shaking. What is top of mind for you that you'd want to share with your dealers?
Well, moving and shaking is an understatement. Residential is back. We've never really gone anywhere. People think we've kind of left. But, perception is reality. There's more focus around Crestron Residential than I've ever seen in a long time. And just a lot of exciting things, great partnerships with Sonos and Amazon.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Sonos,
yeah.
That was just announced. What is that partnership?
So, again, another great product that just, for music, it integrates to our system now. So it's part of our platform that we have in Ping. And there'll be a major update with Ping coming at the end of the month, which will give the ability for our dealers to provide native control to the Sonos product through Ping.
Okay, so right from the Crestron UI, you're going to be able to, the homeowner, the user of Crestron will be able to control and automate their Sonos system without having to exit Crestron and enter the Sonos UI.
Yep, everything like that. You'll have it right from your native touch panel. You'll be able to do it from your iPad. So for all the great sources that Sonos delivers to you, that's now going to be native to Crestron. It's a great partnership.
What other technologies from Crestron are coming around the corner here?
Well, we obviously have the Amazon Alexa integration too, so people are really know that as a standalone product, which is great, but it will also be tied into Ping. So some of my dealers are calling me now.
Is that already in place now, or that's coming?
It's in place to some degree, but in Ping it will now be native. So if you own an Alexa or a Dot, you can now start to have that as another way to control your system. So just some exciting things with those two really, really, really good brands.
Okay. Now, Ping's been out for a couple of years now, right?
Yep.
And is the Crestron integrator programming Crestron Ping from the Ping software, or are they using other software? What's that software environment look like these days?
Ping is just the app. You download the app. It's a free app, and Ping literally is all customized right from your iPad. We tried to make that simple and easy, so it's a great way for our CTPs, which we call them.
What's a CTP?
Dealer, certified technical provider for Crestron.
Okay.
So instead of a dealer, it just sounds better.
They're
professionals.
Sounds
right?
better, doesn't
sounds
it, guys?
better.
All right.
So what we're doing there is just allowing them to be able to deliver the client a good experience, quick, easy, and you now have a base system to Crestron. And the old days of people thinking it required a lot of heavy programming, it doesn't require that anymore. And you can do lighting, shading, environmental control with thermostats, tying in Sonos, and now Amazon Alexa and touch panels. Ping platform is just such a powerful way to really get started. So that's really the game. It's not like we're looking to move away from the traditional Crestron, but this is a new environment where people are saying, hey, my phone can do this, and I want to be able to experience this, and I can go and buy this thing from the store, and we're trying to put that all under the one little umbrella, which is Ping. And
what other advancements are around the corner with Ping? We just had breakfast, and over breakfast you mentioned a few updates that are coming down the pipe. Something about video distribution.
Yeah, well, towards the end of the year, we'll have some video distribution. We'll be able to have that one-room control where we'll finally be able to give our client the ability to just control a TV and a cable box and just do some basic one-room control if that's where they want to get started. So we're really looking to provide that dealer that one room or that entree into a client's house, and from there have expandability. And that's the beautiful thing about this, and a lot of guys still are kind of standing on the sidelines waiting to really see what Ping is.
Okay.
Ping's 3 years old and it's evolved. And when it first started out, it was only going to be environmental. today I can provide an audio system, control my shades, control my lights. You're walking around the city here while we're over here. There are buildings going up where we've got CTPs putting in nothing but ping solutions because I can manage that. I have the ability to grow it. But if it's just what the client wants, to be able to control a couple lights, something small, it's the perfect solution.
Now, guys, I was just out walking the streets here, the Upper West Side. What would you say the streets are where that massive railway?
The High Line. We're probably at right now we're at 34th. So the 34th over from 10th Avenue down to the water. There's more construction, more cranes in this section of town than anywhere. And
as you look up, there are cranes everywhere. Ken's pointing at, that's a new hotel. Yeah, that's a new residential tower. It's fascinating. And in many cases, you're talking to me about entire buildings going Crestron.
Yeah.
When a building goes Crestron, what does that mean?
Well, that means everything from, the lobby, when you walk in, they're controlling what we call common spaces. They're all Crestron, down to some of these individual rooms. Like we're setting in a hotel right now that one of my CTPs has done. So in the common bar area here, we can do audio, we can do lights. And then from the front desk, they can actually control all the things in the room when I rent it. So I can turn the temperature on, make sure the lights work when they leave. Instead of leaving that on for 8 hours till the maid gets in there and shuts things off, they can immediately shut it off.
So a developer makes that decision perhaps from an energy consumption or savings due to energy costs.
Yeah, I think in this whole place, there's like 120 rooms in this place. So you divide, you do the math on that. And for them not having a room setting there cooling for 8 hours a day, it's a payback instantly. And the developers, at least going on here in Manhattan, and I got to believe it's everywhere, is how can I make my building better? What do people want? And when you move in, we're hearing of the smart home technology. It's now. That revolution is now. And people get it, and people want it. And we've got it.
So, guys, we appreciate you guys watching. Please share this feed with your friends on Facebook. You guys are hearing from Kenny V. Ken is he's embarrassed to say the number one, but I'm allowed to say he's one of the best salespeople in North America for Crestron. And so, Ken, I'd like to hear from you. You're one of the best. You're one of the most. What is best? I think you're a swell guy.
Well, appreciate
it. But in terms of putting up the numbers year after year after year, you do that. And what do you? How do you do that? What sort of care do you give your dealers or attention do you give them that they reward you with growth?
You and I talked about it at breakfast. We're walking the streets right now in Manhattan, so you got to be here. You got to be that support mechanism to your partners. And for me, it's a partnership. I get up in the morning and try to figure out what can I do to help you be a better provider to your clients. And I think I work for a company that's got the best product. I have some of the greatest markets to deal with. And there's a lot of exciting things going on. Like you were feeling the vibe outside. There's so much going on right here in Manhattan. I could spend 5 days a week here. There's just that much going on. And people are now really starting to understand what a company like Crestron can offer to that. And again, as I was telling you, from buildings where apartments are starting at $1.2 million and going up, and people want this. It's the time is now. So, I'm excited to be here.
Now, Ken had mentioned to me, and so I want him to share with you guys, from my past experience, I was a regional manager with both Lutron and Crestron, and there's definitely a principle around you when you're out there working a marketplace, you want to spend your time with quality. And Ken was just sharing with me some changes in dealer structure and who's in the marketplace representing Crestron, and this is just kind of going down right now over the next couple of months. Do you mind kind of sharing what you're doing and why Crestron's doing this?
Well, again, it was that we had a lot of people that were supporting Crestron or were a dealer but weren't really supporting us, and we've got categories that we believe we provide a one-stop shop. So we're really partnering up with truly our partners. If there's a dealer out there that supports us across the board, we really want to embrace that guy. And so we're making some moves. There are changes in the distribution of how we go to market. And for the first time in a long time, a lot of people are calling and saying, hey, I want to be a Crestron dealer. That hasn't happened for a while, but that's because of where we are and where we've got these new innovative products and partnerships with
So does this
great
mean
companies.
you're going to be ending some relationships with dealers that are not performing?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just the traditional life cycle of what we're in. The business is what it is. If we're not the right solution for your company, then we're going to try to do more business with fewer but the better partners and try to elevate them. And some of those guys are capturing these big projects in the city, and that's where we want to spend our time.
Okay, so a lot of you out there are going to be going to, hey, there's Ariel Gutierrez. That's a peer of mine from my Lutron past. What's up, Ariel? And many of you out there are going to be attending CEDIA here in a matter of a few weeks, first week of September. And, of course, it made big waves through the industry, I think it was last year, when Crestron pulled out. And so Crestron, of course, will not be at CEDIA again this year. You guys are going to miss it. It's in San Diego. It's going to be beautiful.
Beautiful part of the town.
Beautiful part of the country, for sure. So I'd like Ken to talk a little bit from Crestron's perspective of what they're doing to support their dealer base. And they're not going to be at CEDIA, so where are they going to be, and how are their dealers going to see them?
Well, this year we'll be doing a couple of different things like we did last year. One of the things, you've been to CEDIA, trying to capture time with the dealer there is literally like herding cats.
It's hard.
And so there's no line share, and it costs a lot of money to put that show on. So, Crestron felt that by bringing that into regional markets, we'll do a 2-day event here in New York City, and we did it last year. We had over 300 dealers, 2 days, where they can meet the engineers. They can go through some sessions where we go through software and new products. And the feedback was, hey, you know what? It was much more intimate. I got better out. I was able to bring more of my staff. For a company to fly a lot of people out to San Diego for a week is a very big expense. So we'll regionalize these shows, and we feel like we've just gotten so much more from it. And the feedback has been, keep doing that. And we've even had some of our CTPs say, hey, if you're going to do it again, I might not need to go to CEDIA, because the value of what it is, you're such an important partner in my business. I'll make sure I get all my people there. And we're doing these other smaller regional events where we're now participating. You and I were talking about how we're doing some of these regional shows and just trying to get Crestron into a different venue. And we've decided to take a break and spend our money a little bit differently, which has been really been good.
So I'm going to ask Ken to close. I'm going to give him the opportunity to any of you dealers out there that are selling brand X, Y, or Z, and you perhaps should consider what Crestron's doing these days. I'm going to let Ken do his best pitch as to who and what type of dealer Crestron, or what type of partner Crestron's looking for, and how they might go about, or why they should perhaps take a fresh look at what Crestron's doing. And then we'll wrap up and let you guys get on with your day.
Well, I would tell you that, guess what? The old thing is the new Crestron is not the old Crestron. We've got so many exciting new things coming, and they're here. We've looked at the marketplace, and as you know, you've been around a long time. The tides change, and again, there are newer people coming into this, looking at Crestron for the first time and going, "Wow, you can offer my business everything." So, I use the analogy when I'm talking to guys. You go buy a car, you don't go buy your wheels and your seats and everything else. You buy a car. That's what Crestron is. Crestron is a one solution, and the things that I can offer to your clients is just a better experience. And it's not a whole bunch of things built around something else. It's a one solid company. We've been here for 45 years. We're not going anywhere. And so the rumors of we're out of the residential business, let me put the word out. That is so far from the truth, and I challenge anyone to come and tell me differently, because that's not the case. And you see what I'm dealing with here. It's exciting times. So awesome. Come and take a look. Give me a ring.
Give him a ring. Awesome. Hey, everyone out there. Appreciate you guys checking in with our Facebook Live feed here. I'm going to enjoy my next couple of days in New York. I may be seeing some of you. And again, appreciate you following us here on One Firefly. We're going to have Ken on for an episode of Automation Unplugged here in the near future, so we can get kind of more behind the scenes and understand where Ken comes from, his experience in the industry, and maybe get a little bit of what makes him tick and has led to some of his continued success. But on that note, I'm going to sign off. Again, thanks for watching. Share this content out there, and we'll see you on the flip side. Thanks, everyone. Take care.